Hello, my name is Gage, and I am from the Montessori School of Mahoning Valley in the ads class. And today we are going to be talking about our new addition to the campus, our greenhouse. And today we are going to be talking about our seedlings. So we have some tomatoes, we've got some kohlrabi, I think I'm saying that right, and we've got some bunching onion, some cabbage, and some turnips. We have a bunch more in the greenhouse, so we're going to be moving these whenever the freezing point is above 32. We're going to be moving these over to the greenhouse. And I'm going to be taking you guys inside. So we are going to be talking about the garden and the greenhouse and what we have planned for it. So for the greenhouse, we're planning on doing kind of a workshop almost, but we're going to be having seedlings that can't survive the cold in here because it's substantially warmer than it is outside. In fact, if you look at the thermometer, it's like 60 degrees in here, which is surprising, I know. And basically, we're planning on, in probably the future, not exactly near future, but we're planning on making this a business area where we have all of our seedlings, as you can see, and we also have some of the pots, and we have a bag of dirt over there, which is basically just going to be our giant workspace, where Ads is going to be selling plants in the spring and fall, and we're going to be growing a lot of stuff. We have the garden behind us, which is where all of the seedlings are going to go whenever they are big enough to actually be planted. And we're going to be repotting them here, and basically taking them all over whenever it actually gets warm enough out. So today we have Miss Audra, which is one of the teachers here at the ads class, and we're going to be interviewing her today. So Miss Audra, what are we planning on learning from the greenhouse that can be put into our classroom?
Sure, Gage, we can learn a lot in the greenhouse. We can learn about plant care, about plant development and growth, some agricultural processes. Different plants need different things, right? So, and they also have different lengths of time that they need before from planting to harvest. So those are all things that the students used when determining which plants that they wanted to grow, because the hope is that we'll be able to harvest things when we're in school and won't have to be up here doing too much care over the summer, right? So we've got some things that are going to take a really long time to grow, like our pumpkins and squashes, and some things that'll take a really small amount of time to grow, like our lettuces and spinaches. So
how do we know what to plant when?
Well, they have a really handy thing on the back of the seeds. They tell us exactly when the correct months are to plant it, or I guess the best or ideal months to plant them is. And it tells us how many days to harvest. So we have to calculate when we plan on planting them and figure out the harvest date from there. So a little bit of math included there, which is good. We can also learn a lot about things like how heat transfer and radiation works. Everyone's heard of the greenhouse effect, right? So if you notice, one thing when we first came in here, we noticed it's a lot warmer than it is outside. That's because we have all these nice windows and ceiling that help trap this heat in and actually amplify the sun as it's coming in the windows to heat it up.
So what are we planning on using the greenhouse for in the future?
Well, in addition to growing things for our garden and hopefully for the MSMV community and the larger community eventually, there's been some talk about using it to make other types of things like birdseed suet, using it as a workshop for whittling and other stuff like that. So stay tuned, we've got lots going on.
Thanks for joining us on our tour of the greenhouse. Have a nice day.